Hi Stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and today is December 17th, 2024. And today we're going to do a WIP parade. So this is end of year WIP parade and I feel like it's my walk of shame because I know I have lots more WIPs than I think I do because I'm thinking I have around 22, but I think it's a lot more than that and I just want to keep starting more. So it's like, I don't know what it is, but there's this rush of starting a new project that just feels so good. It's like a high that I can get on these binges of starting something and then I never get around to finishing them for years. And when I say years, my oldest WIP is 2017 and it's just waiting for beads. It's beads. Why am I waiting so long to put beads on something? You know, I there were times that I dreaded if it was a lot of beads like this is. I would dread doing it and I would put it off and put it off and put it off, which I've done with this one. And it would be the first thing I show because it is my oldest WIP. And I don't know, it's like I get anxiety over it or something, over the beads. And I don't get it. I beaded We Gathered Together. And I actually enjoy doing the beading on that. So you think I would pick this up and enjoy doing the beading as well. I think I'm going to make it a goal of mine, a challenge to myself, to get her this piece fully finished with beads and everything before the end of the year, before December 31st, which is my birthday. I want to have her done because I started her in 2017 on Christmas Eve. And I think she has lingered long enough. I believe I have a frame that'll fit her. I'm going to have to paint it. I'm not sure I love the frame, but it definitely needs to be painted. And so we'll see. But I'm going to show you my all my WIPs and we'll count them. So when I post this video, there will be numbers up here for each one so I can see how many, because I can't count as I go because I lose track that way. How many I actually have, and then come up with some kind of plan for next year to get these done. Because I have more planned for next year to start, including Flower Power, which is crossed wing collection, which is a huge half-yard piece. And I am going to start it with my friend Wendy the first day of spring next year. And it'll probably be a 5-year piece. We'll see. Um, but I have so many things I want to do, so many things, you know? And and you would think I'd say so little time, but that's not true because I have not been working since February. I've been on my leave, my medical leave since February. You think I could get more stitching done, but I'm just not getting, I'm a slow stitcher. Let's just face it, I'm a slow stitcher. I know I'm a slow stitcher. I'm not that fast. I'm a poke and stab kind of girl. So we will see. We we will see. Usually, if I make plans, that's just asking for failure for me because if I make plans, I've said this before. If I make a plan and I set a goal, I sabotage myself, and it's like a child rebelling against a parent. Okay, it's not good. So anyway, let's get started. So I've got a pile sitting here. I have two full big black bins. This one I just emptied onto my desk, full of all, look at the dust, my cat hair from behind the unit. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's get started. Number one is going to be, and it's in this pretty little bag I made with cardinals and stuff in it, and it is Miss Christmas Eve. So Miss Christmas Eve is not done because she has not got her beads. And I have all her beads in here and everything ready to roll. And I even have her ironed here because I had her on a scroll rod and I took her off so you could see her. And here she is. She is on a piece of 32 count opal linen called Silvery Moon that I over dyed with RIT dye so that it would be just slightly darker. And she is just gorgeous, gorgeous. How could I not want her on my wall? She is a beautiful sight to see with all her glory there. So let's see if I can make this happen and get her fully finished with all her beads. I mean, she has a lot of beads, but it's not so compact that it's going to be hard to do. I just need to find the oomph to do it. So I'm going to try to make that my goal. I'm going to focus on, I'm going to stitch on other things, but I've got, let's see, it's the 17th. I have 2 weeks to get her beaded. It took a couple days to get her beaded. I don't need 2 weeks. So I am going to work on this Christmas Eve, who is number 1 on my count to WIPs. The next one, oh, nope, never mind that. That one is one of the ones I wanted to start. So we're going to throw that aside. I don't know how that got in my WIP pile, but it shouldn't be. The next one is in this bag that I made. So cute with all these cute designs and quilted. And this is Prairie Schoolers, a Merry Mini Surprise. I showed this. I did 3 of them already. I said I wanted to do at least 4, at least half of them. And so let's see. Oh, I got another project in here because that's something totally different. And so I haven't started a 4th one on that. So technically that's not a WIP right now. But this is, and this was in here, and I forgot all about this. This is Brenda Gervais' Souvenirs of the Heart, Home for Christmas. It looks like this. So we're going to count this as number 2 because I can't count Prairie Schooler because there's nothing started. And this is where I'm at on it. I don't know why I forgot about this. I am doing this on a 36 count linen R&R American Chestnut. And this is where I'm at with it. So I did pick my own colors on this. I normally don't follow the colors on a pattern if I don't have to. I don't buy more floss. I have a ton of fancy floss and DMC and everything else. So I'm trying to untangle because it's been bound up in that bag like in prison or something for a long time. So I'm trying to set it free. Set us free. So I have all my own color choices here. They're usually a little brighter than what Brenda Gervais does. And so I need to work on this. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. So Prairie Schooler, I'm going to leave it in the bag. I haven't started. I'm sure one of those colors was for them. And I may try, I think I'm going to try to redo my list of WIPs. Once I'm done here and I have to put it back in the thing completely, I think I'm just going to take my journal and write them all out again so I don't forget what I have and when I started. Because honestly, the Brenda Gervais, I have no idea when I started it. I may have something written down in there. I'll have to look, but I don't know. So there's that one. The next one is in this cute little bag. It's like a woodsy bag. And this bag was made by Diddly Daddle Designs. Yep, Diddly Daddle Designs. And in this bag is this started? Nope, this is another one that's not started. So this is the Winter Cricket Collection. So I don't know how that got in there, but that's fully kitted in here. So we'll put that in the pile with the other one as soon as I can fix this bag. And again, that's another one I really need to start. I'm trying to get all 4 of the series done. Sorry about all the zippering. Okay, onward. the bag that I made. And as you can see, if you look at it closely, it is upside down, right? This is just floppy the way it's not supposed to be like that, right? You can see that it's upside down. See, it's right side that way and upside down this way because this part was supposed to be on the front and the bag was supposed to be like that. I was making two bags for me and a friend, and I made this one and I had it laying on my ironing board because I was ironing it out and stuff. And right before I stitched it together, my husband walked in and asked me to go to dinner. And so I left it without being sewn or anything on my table. And then when I came back, for some reason I felt the need to adjust how it was laying on there and then sew it up, and that's what happened. So I gave my girlfriend the good one. I took this one because it's a reminder to me to always look twice before I stitch. So in this one is Hands-On Designs Season 2 of A Year of Celebrations. So I've been wanting to do this whole series. I have Seasons 1 and I've been working on that. And let's see, did I start anything on this? This could be another one that there's nothing in. I swear there's stuff in this that is, yep, this is another one. Sorry guys, that I haven't started yet. Well, I mean, I have started it, but I don't have one in progress yet. Let's put it that way. I finished one and then it's still sitting here in the WIP because I have to get the rest done. So we'll put this over in that pile. The next one is in this cute little bag my friend Victoria of Victoria's Crafty Room made me. And this is Lady of the Flag. And I'll have to post a picture here because I took her thing out. It was getting wrinkled in here and I didn't want it to get ruined. So I took the picture out and I have the other stuff. But this is where I'm at with her. And it's done on We the People fabric. It is a 32 count. It is by Fabrics Flair, and you can get it at Stitchery Express. I could never get that right. I don't care how many times I try. That is Cindy Sorley's shop. Sorry about the wrinkles. And this fabric is exclusive for her shop, and it is in a special cut to be long enough. So make sure if you're doing Lady of the Flag on this fabric that you ask her for the long cut in order to put it in. And it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I keep wanting to pull this out every patriotic day, season, holiday, whatever we have. And I really need to start working on her more because she is quite a ways done. And she needs to get done. She has been sitting since I think 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 9/11. I started her 9/11/2018. So she is 6 years old and she's still not done. That's my Lady of the Flag. The next one is from a book, one of those yearly books that comes out. And unfortunately, that's the only way you can get this. And it's called Evergreen Sampler. It is by Rosewood Manor, which is Karen Kluba. And it looks like this. And it's like a shorter version, a smaller version, and a forest grew. And there it is. And a lot of people are looking for this pattern. I cannot remember what the name of the book is or anything, but if you want to know, send me a message below and I will look it up for you and let you know. I have the information on my phone, but I don't have it with me because I don't want to be disturbed doing this with you guys. So I left the phone in the other room. And this is where I'm at with it. I am working on a 36 count white linen by Swigert. I started this March of this year, and this is where I'm at. And it has, I'm trying to grab it, but it's not working very well. It has some 1/1. If you look at those little dinky things on the bottom, which I think is birds, those are 1/1. The squirrel is 1/1. So just adorable. Love this piece. It is so pretty. And I really need to, and that's one of the great things about doing a WIP parade is you get to look at your WIPs again and say, and remind yourself why you started it in the first place and how much you love it. And you really need to pull it out again. So this is one of those. It is beautiful. And this is also in a bag. Most of the bags I have are bags that I have made myself. This one is in like a paisley purple and aqua teal, really pretty bag. And then of course I had a forest in there, so I hung a little acorn on it for a zipper pull. But just a beautiful pattern, love it. That one is not started. This one is started, yep. This is, let's see if I wrote down when I started it, because I have all sorts of stuff in here, paper and such. There it is. Okay. And I didn't know I had a hoop in here, so the hoops are hiding from me. Take that out. This is Little House Needleworks Summer ABCs. This is the only one of the 4 that I have not finished yet. And I am doing mine a little different. I am following My Life with Miss Sassy on Instagram. If you go back in her posts, you will see this done. It's probably several years ago, and she did it in a patriotic theme, and that's how I wanted mine. So I readjusted my colors, and I want to say I stopped this for a reason. I think I goofed up. One, I'm trying to see. It's here somewhere that the letters are not spaced correctly, right in the M and the N-O, because I got the whole alphabet done. And then when I started putting in the little motifs and stuff, something happened here that caused me to be screwed up, so that I have to pull it out, I think. So I just stopped working on it because I was so frustrated, but I want to get this done before summer of next year. And you can see how it says America above here with the ABCs. That is all My Life with Miss Sassy. This is all her coloring. And I was upset that I had gotten all the way down and did all this, and now all that has to come out. And this is a piece of fabric that is 32 count linen that was hand dyed by me. So I probably should leave this out and figure out if there's an actual mistake, which I believe there is, and pull it all out. So I can restart this fresh when I want to restart it. These are all the colors. And again, some of them are her colors. I don't know if you guys can see these little pictures. Hold on, because I took some pictures and no, they're pretty poor quality. No, you're not going to, they're just little dinky pictures. So I use some of her colors if I had them. If not, I use something that was very similar in colors to hers. So that's how I was working it. So I'm going to set this aside so I can remember to pull all those stitches out on a day when I feel angry and I need to rip on something. I'll rip them out. That's how that works. Okay, so I'll put this over here. My next one is another one. I love all my, I'm going to say that a lot. You're going to hear me say a lot, I love this one. Oh, this is so cute. You know, when we do these things, that's what we do. So this one, I know it's noisy, me going through these bags. This is Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. I'm doing this for my son. And I love that rider and the headless. Look at that. That is astronomically gorgeous. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? I don't know. But this is where I'm at with it. This is on 32 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. And I will say that even though most people got theirs with a gray shading like this, their fabric, mine came more green, which at first I really didn't like it. I was like, oh, I hate that. Why isn't it gray like it's supposed to be? But I have grown to love this green. So there it is. Move it up close. There he is, riding half a horse. And I love this. I want to get it done. That's about the right coloring right there. And he has been sitting and waiting since, let's see, I'm sure I got a card in here telling me when I started him. Maybe not. Oh yes, I started him October 1st, 2021. So that was quite a while ago. And he's still, that's as far as he's gotten. So he's 3 years old and he doesn't even have his rider and horse complete. And while I'm putting this back in, I want to remind stitchers, if you are using the vinyl front bags, do not put your pattern, if it's just the cardboard or the paper, against the plastic. Over time, it'll stick to the plastic and it'll ruin your pattern. So make sure your pattern is in a plastic sleeve if you're putting it in the front, or you, like mine, I just put it to the back, put my fabric to the front so it doesn't get damaged. My next one is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Did I show you that bag? This is so cute. I didn't show this bag. This is also a bag I made. And it's got a little saying, and I remember this saying from when my child was young. Put a little tassel on it, or a little song. And it says, 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. Okay. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. First one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." Second one said, "There are bats in the air." Third one said, "But we don't care." Fourth one said, "Let's run, run, run." The fifth one said, "I'm ready for fun." Woo went the wind, out went the light, and all the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. It's so cute. It is the cutest fabric, and I had no idea at the time that I was making this that I actually got the whole little song on the back of it, so I could read the whole thing. So I remember that when my son was little. So absolutely love that. Anyway, that's that bag. This one is another bag that I made. This one's like a box bottom, and it has a handle to it. So it is a Halloween bag with a handle. And it's got a little like skull hanging from it. And in this one, oops, I forgot to put this, hold on. I'm not that organized, I guess. I gotta put this back in here. The little note tells me everything. In this one is map of Hawk Run, not map, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And let me see if I can find the actual picture, because that's not what's facing right now. And I see a cat creeping in my room here. There it is. Come on, get out of there. There we go. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm kind of stuck on this one as well. I'm on the third one, although I haven't finished the first one. I know you're going to ask me why. No, I'm sorry, I'm on the second block. Only the second block. Put this back in here. And it is being done on a piece of 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. And it is a beautiful purple. There it is. That's the beautiful purple there. And the first one, I have not done the webbing up here in the spider because I don't like the moon. The moon has an ugly face. And I put it in there and then I'm like, nope, don't like it. Face has got to come off. So I'm going to remove the face from, grab this. I'm going to remove the face from the moon and color it in all the way. My ghosts are done in glow in the dark thread. And then I'm not happy with my little skeleton here because he's hard to see on this. So I'm going to take him back out and do him in the glow in the dark as well. So I have to fix those things. And then I moved on to this one. God, I've got it together today, don't I? This one, and I've just stalled there. So I think I need to go back and fix this so I'm happy with it. And then continue on. This is not a hard stitch because I did put it on 18 count Aida, and I just need to follow through and get that completed. He has been started since August of last year. So I've not even gotten 2 complete blocks done yet. And this is exactly what I mean by start-itis, because I get started on things and then some other little pretty things comes flittering by and I'm like, oh, squirrel, and off I go. So I need to stop doing that. The next one was a birthday start for me in 2023, and it is in this bag that was gifted to me by a viewer. Just adorable Teresa Kogut fabric. It has, this is so cute. It's got little light, what are those? Christmas lights hanging from it. So cute. And inside this one is the 13th Colony, Part 2. This is By the Bay Needle Arts. And this is it right here. And the reason I chose to stitch this one is because it reminds me of my dad. He passed in 2010, and he used to hand paint pictures and stuff, and he loved to do sailboats. So I have a couple of those that I love that I really need to get out, get them framed, and get them on a wall in my craft room. When I move my craft room, I'm definitely going to pull that out and find. My son has some pictures. I want all those things showing in my room to make me happy. And so I'm only doing part 2, and you can see these little pale little sailboats, the palm, almost like palm trees, remind me of Florida and a cute little island. And that's a scene that you can actually see in Florida all over the place, where there's some islands, not so much in the ocean, but in the lakes and stuff. So I started that for that. And I was doing fine on it, but it is even though this is a 36 count, it's still, the design itself, the trees and everything are quite large. So this is as far as I got. Like I said, I started this last year on my birthday. So on my birthday this year, I may have to stitch on all these ones that I haven't completed. Instead of starting something new, I need to stitch on all these. So this fabric is 36 count Winter Blues by Bestitch Me. And that's where I'm at with it right now. I got the sun completed. I was working on that one tree on this side. I need to get the other tree and move my way down, because as you get down on this pattern, from the mountains across, this is solid stitching. So that's all full coverage stitching. So I think that's what my plan is at this point. I am not starting something new on my birthday. I am going to work on the things I did not finish from last year, because I think I started 6 things last year on my birthday, because I hit 60 last year. So this year I'll be 61, and I need to get busy on these. So that one will be pulled out on my birthday. This is another one from my birthday. It's right, another bag. This is little paw prints, and then the picnic stuff on the front. This piece, and I'll have to put a picture here because it was a PDF, is called Dachshund Dog. It's on a 32 count piece of linen that I hand dyed myself, started on my birthday. And when I haven't really worked on this since my little dog Festus passed away. He was also a Dachshund. He passed away at the beginning of May of this year. And so I tried picking it up once and I couldn't, but I really want to get it done for my husband. So maybe I could get this done. It's not that big of a pattern before his birthday next year, or some holiday where I could give it to him. But this is it right here. So I got the whole sweater done, and then I started, this is his leg and tail. And again, it's an adorable picture. It looks just like Festus. So I would really love to get this done for him at some point. So I need to get busy on it. It's got lots of beautiful colors in it, and I want to get it done. The next one, let's see, is, I'll have to post a picture for this one as well. This was a freebie from Ellen Mauer-Stroh. I will post a link down below, post the picture here of where you can find this. I believe it's still available. And it looks like this. It's 12 months of florals, and it looks like this. And it's adorable. Who's done it? I can see her face. Oh my gosh, I'm so terrible. I'll think about it for a minute. I'll remember. But I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave over 1. And so far I've only gotten the carnations done, and I'm working on the second flower, and that's as far as I've gotten. But look how dinky that is. It's really small. And the over 1 really shows detail. It's really nice. And I think that second one is it African Violets or something? I can't remember. I don't know if the names are on here. I think it looks like African Violets, because my little African Violet over here is just almost dead. It had purple flowers. So again, I started this one December 30th of 2021. So started and just it fell to the wayside. This one I forgot to show. It's in a flower bag, so which is appropriate. Not all my stuff matches my bag. This one does. And then I have this little flower as a pull on it. Next is Winter Sampler, Crochet A Go-Go. Another one that is absolutely adorable. There's no reason I don't have it done. It looks like this, because this one I printed out. I really need to print these out and do it this way. It's so much easier. And I've only got it partway done. I'm sorry, I hesitated for a minute because I bet 10 to 1 I've got them printed in my cabinet, and I want to go take a look and see if I have the ones I need in the cabinet. So I'm going to put you on hold for just a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so I guess I don't have them in, but I did find a couple that I do need, so that's good. So I did post his picture, and this one here was also in a doggy bag. I don't know why it's in a doggy bag, because that's what was available at the time. That was one from me. And again, just another beautiful, oh, I didn't show it, did I? Oh, let's go back. I didn't show it. Hello. Okay, so I said it was Winter Sampler Crochet A Go-Go. This is where I'm at with it. This is on a 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. I started it once before, and I started, sorry about the wrinkle right in the center. I started it on vintage, or a 40 count Verdal, and I don't know why I was just struggling with it. I could not see, 40 count Verdal is an even weave, like a Lugana. And the holes were so small, I was just struggling. So I restarted it on here, and then I did this one, 36 count over 1. And I wished I had done it over 2, but I didn't. I did it over 1. So that was bothering me for the longest time, but I'm okay with it now. I mean, you can see it's really beautiful. So I want to do all of these. I love Crochet A Go-Go's, all of these patterns that she has, these samplers, and I want to do them all. So I don't know what the issue is. I'll kick my bucket out of the way. What the issue is with that. The next one, Halloween bag with, it's got, here, move all the stuff out of the way to be able to see what's in it, what the inside looks like. It is Black Cats, which are so cute. This one here, I started September 2023. This is Jack-o'-lantern stained glass, and this was my first full coverage, because I said I would never do full coverage. That's just crazy. Who would want to do full coverage? It would take you an eternity. I saw this one, and I happen to love stained glass. Mind you, I've told you I have stained glass here in the house. I would love to show you guys my stained glass one day. A lot of it's in a tote. It never got put up after we moved into this house. Some of it was at my mom's and I brought it back. So, but this is stained glass, jack-o'-lantern stained glass. And I just adore, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I got to do that. So I started it. And I started on 20 count white easy grid. And I figured the best way to start this was to do the leading on it first before I did the color, which is all the black. So this is where I'm at with it. And I haven't touched this in forever. And really, with an easy grid, it is quite easy to work on it. So again, it's another one I need to pull out. It's just black stitching. I mean, if I wanted to, I could add some color, but I don't really feel the need to do that yet. I'm good with doing the gridding. I just need to pull it back out again. My next one is a Dimensions. It is in this coffee bag, and it's just got a cream-like piece in the center here. And it is called, if I can grab the picture and the piece, it is called Coffee Shop. That's why it's in there. And it is a Dimensions Petite collection, gold petite, something my husband bought me one Christmas. This is probably why he doesn't buy me any more cross stitch for Christmas, because he buys stuff for me and I never get them done. He never sees them finished and hanging. So the last couple of years, he hasn't bought me any cross stitch at all. So, and he's right. I got more than I need. I don't need to keep buying stuff. Although I will tell you that I bought something new. It's on pre-order right now with all the floss. So, okay. Anyway, there we go. It's a beautiful piece. And I'm only at the top there, that very top color with the orange yellows. And again, this is another one where I just need to pull it out because it's, you know, it's not that hard. But there it is. I'm on the very top of it. I was working the top and working my way down. Maybe I should jump somewhere in the middle there and try to get some of that stuff. Maybe that will prompt me. Although I would love to get the fine teas, coffees, and foods along the top done, because I feel like I accomplished something if I do that. But this was started. Is this one of my birthday starts? No, this is started March of this year. So it hadn't been that long. And it's got all the DMCs and stuff. And because I'm such a coffee lover, my little dangly is a crown. It should be tea, right? If I have a crown, right? Shouldn't it be a tea? I mean, yeah, I should be drinking tea. I don't think the royals approve of coffee. Okay, next bag was made by my sweet friend. See, this is what I'm talking about. Leslie Hurley, Fat Cat Flossing. And we exchanged bags years ago. And this is the one she made me. And inside of this is a patriotic, because that's what needs to be in that bag. And it is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. I started this piece April, January, March, April of 2020. And I am doing this on a piece of 36 count Bramble by Pitch This Plus. Sorry, I got thread all over the place here. And I'm gonna leave that one hanging. And I over dyed it with gray, pearl gray rich dye to make it darker. And I did work on this year a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit. This is where it's at right now. So, and I'm glad I left my phone in the other room, because there it goes. So anyway, this is, I really need to pull this out. This is another one that I should be working on every patriotic holiday or day, because I'm not getting anywhere with it. I'm going to pause for a second until it finishes playing its song. Unless you want to hear Casey and the Sunshine Band. Hold on. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Anyway, so yeah, I need to get this worked on as well. It's been 4 years. There's no reason for that. All these long ones. And I said if I had one over, I didn't want any WIPs over 3 years. You know, I started that a while ago. And I said it, but again, I rebel against myself and I don't do it. I am doing this all on just regular DMC. I didn't like any of the overdyed, so when I tried them, it just wasn't working for me, so I stuck with DMC. DMC is tried and true. So that's that one. And nope, got two more from this box. This one is one of those special bags that come from Amazon, you know, those classy plastic ones. Not that I'm knocking them, okay? I use them, but normally I only use them to store like things, you know, kitted projects and stuff like that. But I got real creative with this one. I can see it's falling off now, but I put one of my little decals on. It says cross my stitches. But apparently it's wearing off from age. This one here, is it something I started? Oh, it is something I started. This is the Prairie Schooler 2019 Santa. I decided I would give doing Santa 1/1 a try to see if I would like doing it. And I'm looking to see what else is in here, because something else is in here. Oh, yeah, forgot all about that, but I don't think I started that. Nope, I didn't, so we'll put that aside. I am doing Santa on 25 count vintage country mocha, and I started this in February of this year, and this is as far as I got with Mr. Santa. Mr. 2019 Santa. Why aren't I doing this, right? It's not that big. It's not that big. And I need to get him done. That's as far as I got with him. I got different magnifiers now, so maybe that'll help me, because I had changed to, I think they're called Mag Eyes. And that's helping me. And so I may try to pull this out again. I'm going to leave this one out as well. And I have something else kitted in there, but it's not important because I didn't start it. So I think I'll leave that out and see if I can do something with that as well. This here, it says, and it's in this cute little bag that I believe Mama Joan made for me, made by Mama Joan. She gave that to me when I saw her in Minnesota 7 years ago. And my little tag says Ghost Ornaments. Okay. I'm doing them on some perforated paper. And this is where I'm at with it. Sorry about the dangling threads again. It's this far. Okay. But don't ask me what pattern this is, because there's no notes in the bag and no name. I have a small inkling in my head, although this does not look right to me. So this also will get left out. I got a little pair of scissors in here, and I will try to hunt down whatever pattern that is and see if I can get that in the bag so that I can work on that. So I don't know. So that was one tote of my WIP so far. So let me get the rest of the stuff off my desk so that I can pull from the second one. Come here. Okay, here we go. This one will look familiar. This is my denim bag that I recently made. And in this one, I have my Sleepy Hollow in it from the Cricket collection. So this is the pattern I'm working with my friend Wendy. We've got it cut up into 10 sections in order to finish this before Halloween. And we do work on this, and I stay working on it. Every month we have a plan, and so far I'm doing pretty good. I'm still playing a little bit of catch up from the first month, but not that bad. Oh, more thread hanging out. And I have now completed pretty much almost all of the house, except I haven't put the window trim in on the windows yet. And I haven't backstitched the, what do you call them? Those windows in the roof. Oh my God, I can't remember. But that's where I'm at. I've got pumpkins going there, I've got crows going, and I was working on the tree, and then I gotta go back and fill in what I'm missing over here. But this is the third month. We did October, November, and this is December. December's prompt was that we had to finish all the pumpkins on the bottom and the tree. So that's what I'm working on. I have 10 more days to get that done. So this is definitely going to be out and not in the basket so that I can work on it. See if I can cram it all back in here. I don't know why it seems like there's a lot in here because this pattern has 3 pieces to it. So it is 3 separate pieces, 1, 2, 3, and then it's made into a trifold. So I have all the pieces in here because if I don't put them in here, I will lose them and I won't be able to find them. And then I'll have to scream and carry on until I locate them. So that would not be a good thing. That you don't know how many times that happens to me. That's really bad. And see, I forgot to put that pattern back in one of the patterns over here, so we'll put that there. My next one, some of these have been recent and you've seen them recently, so that's good. This one, and I'll post a picture. I don't have this one with me because it's a little dinky bag that has sunflowers and stuff on it. It is Prairie Schooler's Christmas Alphabet. And I think I showed this last time. I don't think it's changed at all since my last video, but that's where I'm at. I've got 2 almost completely done. And I say almost because each one is missing. Nope, I finished that one. This one's missing 1 little stitch, and then I'm going on to the next one. So these probably won't be done for Christmas this year because I've already sent my son stuff out, so that's not going to happen. So those will go for next year. I think I'm going to throw them on the, well, maybe I can throw them over there. This one here, I just grabbed the pattern for. And this one, I have a PDF of this one, Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage. I started this the first day of fall, I think it was, with Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher. And I got 1 little section done. It's in another patriotic bag for no reason whatsoever. And this is where it is. And this is on a 32 count vintage country mocha. And that's where it is. So again, this is something I would love to have done before autumn of next year. So I'm going to have to get my playbook out. In other words, my planner. And I think I'm going to stick this picture in there so I will have it with it. And so I can make a plan of something to get something done somewhere, somehow, some way, on and on and on. Empty bag, that's always a beautiful thing. Patriotic bag, empty. It's another one of mine. That'll go over here. Love to see an empty bag. This one here is another Prairie Schooler. This bag was purchased in the 90s, 1990s. This is the way the bag was. I think it was through DMC or some company that advertised in one of the cross-stitch magazines. I can't remember. But I took this piece of banding. I think it's got a stain on it or something. Or is that just poor? Yeah, it's got something right there. And I cross-stitched this across it. I love Xing stitches. And I sewed it on there, but it's just a bag. And I love this bag because it is a great pattern. I should make bags like this because I really do like this bag. And it comes with, and I'll pull this out so it doesn't fall. It comes basically like this. So it has 2 pockets, 1 on each side. And then I imagine these strings. So if you have your pattern and you want to put it in one of those notebook sleeves, that you could actually tie it in there so it's safe in there, or tie whatever you have you want to keep in here. You can tie it in and you got all your stuff with you. So, but it's, I mean, it's such a simple pattern. You can see it's just a piece of fabric, and then they have a zipper that goes all the way around. One piece of zipper and just up and around, comes back, and they've got it connected. So great pattern. Probably should follow that to make some bags. This one's Prairie Schooler Garden Alphabet. So this one I said I was making into a bell pull, and you've already seen it, but since I'm showing everything and I'm counting everything, that's where I'm at. I still haven't fixed the G. So this is on a 32 count vintage country mocha. Put that back in there and zip it back up. It's great to have a bag with a handle. You know, you just want to grab something and go. There you go. Perfect. My next one has a handle too, because it's one of my bags. And this is my snowman bag. You can see it has handles on it. I didn't put anything on the zipper on this one. I need to find something to put on this zipper. So it's dangling some kind of snowman something or other. This one is my sunflower snowman. This was a gift from a subscriber of my channel. And I just love stitching on this every snow day. So that's when it comes out. So every winter I work on it and this was the first. I think I started it last winter. And I'm trying to see if I have a thing in here, and I have a hoop in here that shouldn't be in there. Because I can never find these things, because that's what I do. I just leave them wherever. And I don't see a note in here as to the date I started it. Oh, there it is. Found it. This was started January of 24, so it is, this year that I started it. And last few days we've had snow. I've gotten some work in on it. So this is what it looks like. It goes this way. There it is. It's on a piece of 16 count Aida that I softened up so it's nice and soft instead of that stiff old Aida. I didn't want to work on that. So that's where it's at. We haven't had any snow in the last week or so, so it has not gotten any work on it. But I like having a reason to stitch on something like patriotic. I should be pulling my patriotic out when it's patriotic. Another bag with a handle that I made. This one looks like this. And I put my tag this time on the handle instead of on the bag itself. And in this one is 2 projects. This one I showed already, and this one, I showed them both. And neither one of them have a picture, so I have to post them here. Next time I'll print them out. This is and I'll post it here. This is the Mrs. Santa Claus cookbook. I showed this on my last regular video, and this is how far I've gotten with it. I've just gotten part of the spine and part of the back done. They're already starting the pages. I'm nowhere near that. And then this one here is on an 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. I will post a picture of it here. And this one is the Hare and Tortoise. It is a monochromatic piece on this pretty green linen, and that's where that is. So I had shared before that I started this once before on I think it was a 14 or 16 count, and it didn't count properly, so the fabric wasn't going to be big enough, so I had to restart again. So that's those 2. Now we're getting into some older stuff here. This is a bag that was gifted to me many years ago from a subscriber, and let me pull this out so you can see it. I like it. It's got like a woodsy theme. It's got some deer and wolves and bears and fox. And she's got this little dangly thing she put on it, which is so cute. And this is Modern Folk Embroideries Fruit of Plenty. And it looks like this. And I'm doing mine in colors of DMC's 815, 420. So it's 815, which is that cranberry, 415, which is the tan, 115, which is the variegated, and then 321. So those are the ones I'm using. I got to take a sip. I'm sorry, because I'm starting to have my blood pressure rise. Sometimes drinking something cold will kind of bring it down. Okay, so I am doing mine on, and I started this on my birthday last year. This is one of my birthday ones, so I need to work on it this birthday. And this is a 32 count white Lugana. And of course it's a blanket here because it's so big. Like a half-yard cut or something. But this is where I'm at with it. It is so gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It matches the rug in my living room. I purposely did it this colors because I was looking at colors for all the people. I go on Instagram when I want to change colors and I look at other people's to see what they're doing because I am color challenged. I'm really bad at picking colors and figuring out what matches and stuff. And I couldn't see anything that really appealed to me. And then I decided I would just follow my rug. So this is my rug. It is tan and red. It's this mottled, and it's got a little bit of green in it, but I'm not including any green. And I just love it. I think it's so beautiful. I love it. And I really want to get back to it. It was a relaxing stitch. So I need to get back to it. Get this back in here. Oh, what are those doing in there? Oh, maybe probably should leave them in there. I have some cafe clips in here. I probably use it to hold the fabric back when I'm stitching this because it's so large. So that will definitely come out in the next week or so for my birthday. My next one, I think this is one of the first project bags that I made, and I watched Vanna Pfeiffer's portfolio bag tutorial, and this is it. Beautiful butterfly and roses, and inside has this blue mottled in it, and this is appropriately has a project called Rose Quaker, since those are all roses. And I was so gaga over this pattern when it first saw it and people stitching on it, because I just love not only that it's got all these roses and it's a Quaker, but it was done in DMC, and the roses and the colors are just phenomenal, phenomenal. And I really need, again, I'm going to keep saying this every single time, I really need to pull this back out and work on it. It's all these pinks and mauves and burgundies and just, I know my floss doesn't look that great right now, but you can see all the colors. It's just beautiful. There you go. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. And they just look so nice together. This is a 36 count Silvery Moon by Zweigart. I have thread hanging at the top here because my needle's in here. And this is where it's at right now. Isn't that gorgeous? It is so beautiful. So beautiful. I want to pick it back up and work on it again. I don't, it's just gorgeous. And it'll match my rug in my living room. So that has been sitting way too long. I started this in April, April of 2022, and that's as far as I've gotten with it. If I just do a motif a month, a motif a month, I could probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It'd probably take me another 2 years. I need to do more than one a month. But it is beautiful and I love it. Okay. Next one is in this bag that my friend Jennifer Ketterman gave me of Stitching in the Bluegrass. And it is a Teresa Kogut bag. And there's the inside. Isn't it so beautiful? She is such a sweet soul. If you do not watch her, she put out a video this week, and you should go and check her out. Stitching in the Bluegrass. I will post her below. Anybody that I mentioned that has a floss tube, I will post them below because I love my peeps. They are my peeps. This is all the colors for the pattern I'm about to show you, which is Map of Hawk Run Hollow. And I have done a lot of work on this. I started this in 2018, so I think this is my second oldest WIP. And I have pulled this out several times this year. In fact, I think I did some stitching on it when I was Zooming with Shelly, who is It's only stitching on YouTube and I think it's Key X Stitch on Instagram. Again, I'll post her below. And this is where I'm at with it. This is a piece of 36 count doubloon that is over dyed with tan Rit dye, so it would be darker, so it's more like that. So that's the right color. And I am stitching this 1/2, and this is where I'm at with it. And I'm working on the river there going down. That's where I'm at. And again, I'm not even going to say it anymore, okay? I'm going to stop saying I really need to get this out, because this is what drives you nuts, right? If you're not looking at something all the time, that's where the problem lies. And I remember, I'm going to stop here for just a second and say this because I think it's important. I need to write this down. I remember watching Brenda, who is, we're not talking about Brenda in the Serial Starter. We're talking about Brenda from, she lives in Utah. I can't think of her channel name, but I will post it below. And she had a big board, and she put pictures of all her WIPs on this poster board with information, when it started, when the date was started, the name of it, and then when it was started, and this and that. And she kept it posted in her room. So she had to look at it every day. And that, I don't know if that would push me. So I need poster, and pics of WIPs. That's going to do it. That is going to help me. Who's with me? Who wants to make a poster board of all your WIPs? If you got more than will fit on a poster board, just get a photo, a 4x6 photo of each one and post it. Who's with me? Who wants to take this challenge and try to get your WIPs down? Let's do it. Contact me. Let's figure out a plan. But I'm going to do that poster board. And I want to look at these every day and wonder why I haven't finished it yet. And maybe that will keep me from wanting to start anything new, because I can look at it and say, oh, that's working on this. I haven't worked on it 6 months. That's like working on something new. Let's pull it out. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Map of Hawthorne Hollow. Did I show you that? I can't even remember if I showed you that or not. I showed you the WIP, but I didn't show you that. That's Map of Hawthorne Hollow. And of course, that's where I'm at. And this is just a wonderful piece. I want to get it done. I want to get it done. So 2018 is way too long. It needs to get done. Okay, onward. Oh, another one that there's no reason this is not finished. This is a little Christmassy bag, and it is my I can't even remember his name now. Isn't that a shame? Mr. Jingles. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you haven't been with me, if you just started joining me, welcome to my world. This is Mr. Jingles. He is a three-dimensional stand-up with wooden legs and a base and all this goodies you see here. And he's not finished because, and you can see I've got him stitched all the way down. He is completely stitched except for you don't see a nose on here. Okay, on the picture, he's got a nose. I took his nose off. I didn't like how it looked. I did not put rosy cheeks on him. He's a man. He doesn't need rosy cheeks. Snowmen don't have rosy cheeks. But I was going to stitch a nose, a 3D nose, to put on here. And this is where I'm at right now. There's one part of the nose. This is it here. My plan is to attach it up to his face, have it curved so that this part touches wherever it's going to hit on the bottom of him, and I'll tack it in place so it stays steady. And there's got to be 2 of them because it's going to be 3D. I'm going to stuff it. And I said I was going to get this done before Christmas, but that's not going to happen. This is done on 11 count Aida. This was a kit of Mr. Jingles that a person gave me. I think it was before I even did flosstube, when we were just on different I don't think it was Facebook. It was somewhere else. And she had shown it and I really loved it. And she said she'd send it to me. And she did. It's fully kitted with all the goodies, the twine, the bells, the hat. It's got the whole base. It's got everything with it. And it's been waiting since 2021 to get done because that's when I finally started it. In fact, I loved it so much, I went out and bought a second one I found on eBay so I could make a Mrs. Because I'm like, I can't have a Mr. Jingles and not have a Mrs. Jingles. And so I bought a second one just so I could have the base and everything that I needed. And I'll just readjust the pattern to a female. But I bought a witch as well that I found. So they're all by Diane Arthurs from Imaginating. That's who the patterns are by. So 10/29/21 is when I started this. And I'm doing it 4/2. And I need to get him completed. Next is in my fancy Ziploc bag, because I ran out of bags. This is something I started just a couple months ago. This is a pattern by Doreen Jones. I'm looking to see if I have a picture of it. Not really. I will post a picture here. And this was a freebie on her Facebook page for Halloween. And I can't remember, Witch's Shelf is what it was called. And I did two parts, but I didn't finish the second part. So I still have it and still, hopefully I'll get to it before next Halloween, but that's what it looks like. This is a piece of 32 count Old Spring Garden. I do not know who the designer is. It's got a label on it that says Cross My Heart, but I think that's just the store that sold it. I don't know if they dyed it or they didn't dye it. But it's just a pretty fabric with some pinks and greens and blues, and I just wanted something fun to stitch it on. So that's where I'm at with that one. Maybe I will get a bag for this one eventually if I could get some of these others empty. Does anybody know what number I'm up to? I'm sure you do because I'm putting it up here, but I have no idea so far. I'm sure I'll be shocked when I go to edit this. This one here was a birthday start in my bird bag. I need to put a handle on this one. And this one is by Leisure Arts. It is Summer Comes Calling. I love this pattern. Again, I love this one. It is so beautiful. Another one I'm going to pull out on my birthday. I think I'll have a whole birthday week where I just work on my birthday items. This one is stitched on a piece of 32 count linen called Snow Drifts. It is by Stephanie, Fabrics by Stephanie. Yep, I started it. Nope, I'm wrong. Ooh, I'm really wrong. This was not a birthday start. I started this in March of this year. I don't know why I thought this was a birthday start. But this is where I'm at with it. And I got one little string hanging, so I apologize for that. Just folding up this extra fabric because there's a lot of fabric here. Smooth it out a little so you can see it. And I got back stitching done on some of it as I'm going, but there it is. And it's like, that's, I'm trying to get, it's a blue. It's like a sky, it's a blue. It looks like a shady blue day. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? You can see all this is backstitched here. So and it just makes it pop. I love this piece. I'm going to say it again and again and again. It is beautiful. I need to get it out. That needs to be on a project board, staring me in the face every day, saying, why aren't you getting that done? What is wrong with you? Work on it. I mean, literally, your homo day, you can work on some of these. Let's see, what else is in here? Let me get the rest of these out of here so I can start putting these other ones back in, because I've got about 5, 6, 7 more to go here. Okay, so let's get these in here. I don't want to lose my piles all over the floor. Next one. Oh, this is an old one. This is an old one. I had said I was going to UFO it, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, no, you cannot. You've done so much. You cannot UFO it. This is a Angel of Freedom. This is the second Angel of Freedom. This is a Marilyn Levitt Blum, which is lavender and lace. This is the picture of it. I started this with my friend Kim. She finished hers and probably did the second one by now, and I just gave up on my first one because I was struggling. It is a 32 count opalescent. I'm sure I've got a note in here that tells me what it is. There it is. A 32 count opalescent Lugana that I hand dyed myself. And I dyed at the time that I started this, which was 2021, January 1st, 2021. I had red hair. If you go back on my videos, I had red hair. I loved my red hair. It was gorgeous. It was full. It was beautiful. And then I had COVID in 2021, late 2021. It was like September. And I started having health issues after COVID. So my hair started falling out. I was not feeling well. I was having issues. And so since my hair was falling out, I didn't dare dye it again. So if you go back on my videos past 2021, you'll see my beautiful gray hair, or my beautiful my beautiful red hair. And I'm fixing a needle because it's about to come out. And I had to let it all grow out to this color here. When I was a child, my hair was more reddish brown. It was really pretty. And then as I got older, it got really dark. And so anyway, I changed her hair to red to match mine. And then as I was stitching on this, I was finding that doing 2/2 on this, it was really tight. It might have been because the opalescence, or it might have been the fact that I dyed it. But I was getting so frustrated that I stopped. But looking at it now, I just need to pull this back out and work on it. And there she is. Isn't she beautiful? And it is an opalescent. It's darker than that. You're not really seeing the color well, but it's a darker blue than this, right? That's a little better. And she's just beautiful. And I want to work on her again. I'm glad I didn't UFO her because she's stunning. And I wanted her to go with my Santa of the Forest on the wall. So here she is in the bag. She will go on my poster board as one of my WIPs because I think I've fallen in love with her again. Next one, another one of my fancy bags. This was something I was working on, and I don't have the pattern. I will post a picture here. What I did with the pattern, it's somewhere. It's called Remember Me. It's a pin keep. And it was done, I want to say it's Stacey Nash, if I'm thinking correctly. I don't know why I don't have it in here. But it's, I think she did it all in one color. And I was doing it in multiple colors because I thought it was so pretty. And I started doing the rose. This is on 36 or 40 count. I know, I just showed it and pulled it away. I'm bad. 40 count vintage country mocha. But there it is there. I need to finish it. It's a beautiful piece. I would love to gift it to someone. So I need to get it finished. So I got to locate the pattern and get it in there. And get it finished. That is not a project. That is a kitted item. This here in this big, beautiful bag that my friend Kim made me is our owl start. This is, and look at this pull. It is ceramic owl. Let me see if I can get it up there. Do you see it? Isn't that cute? It matches the bag perfectly. Anyway, this is a kit, and it is I just call it the owl. I don't know. They got Koba on here. I don't know if that means something. It's a Russian kit. It's the owl. It is so majestic. If you have not seen this in person on this black fabric, it is majestic. And if it's hanging up high on a wall like an owl swooping in, it is so realistic and so beautiful. So we started this together in, I think it was in January, let me see, January of 2024. And I was struggling with it because I couldn't see it. It was a kit with all its own floss and everything. And I just haven't touched it. I'm not sure where Kim is on hers. We really haven't talked about it. It is a huge piece of fabric, huge. But this is where I started. I started in the center. I wanted his face done. And this is another one. I just need to pull this out at least once a week and work on it. And there he is. Look at those eyes. They are just fabulous. He is beautiful, but working on black is not easy, and you really need to do it in daylight with a white towel or a sheet or something on your lap so you can see. And since I've got my mag eyes now to use to work on this, I really would like to pull it out at least one day a week and do just some stitches, even if it's 200 stitches a week or something. Just something to get it rolling again so I can get it finished. He is beautiful and he fits in this bag, which I just love the bag, Kim. It is wonderful. We'll put him in there. We're down to the last two. We got an hour and 18 minutes, which some of that will get cut off because I stopped. This one here is, let's see if I have a picture of it. Probably not, because this is a PDF. I'm going to have to start printing up my PDFs and putting them in here. It just makes it easier than me trying to load them on, and just slows down my computer. This one is a flower day. It's Carolyn Manning. I will post it here. I started this in January 26, 2024. That was this year. This is a 36 count avocado linen by Bestitch Me. And again, I love it on this fabric. And it's just small flowers. If you did one a week, one a week. Look at that. Let me see if I can get the color. It's darker than that. Oh, my lighting is just way off. Let me see if I get it closer, if it helps. That kind of helps. So there it is. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. And if you just do one flower a week, it might take you several years, but at least I'll get some progress on it. It is beautiful. I love it. And it's got lots of colors. Lots of colors. 21, is that what it is? I think I counted 21, or is that how many I was missing? I don't know. It's probably got more than 21. There's more than 21 here. It's being done with DMC, and I'm doing it, I believe, 2/2. I'm glad the last two are really pretty colorful ones. And that one's on a bag that I made with that same fabric that I used for my first project bag. And a Ziploc, and again, that needs a handle because it's got some weight to it. And the last one is a Shannon Christine, and thankfully it looks like I do have the pattern in here, and it is a patriotic bag again because I love that fabric. This is called Rainbow Mandela. It is by Shannon Christine, and it looks like this. I am doing mine a little different. I am not doing this, but I am doing a full mandala all the way around. So it is the same on all four sides. So I'm just going to bring it all the way around. It's got tons of beads. It's got beautiful rainbow colors. It is just gorgeous, and I need to get it done. It is being done on a 32 count antique white Lugana with DMC colors. And let's see if I can figure out the right way this goes. It goes like this. So this is it right here. I've started moving around on the thing to try to get it more rounded out. There it is. And I won't do any beads or anything till the end, but really pretty. So when I'm feeling blue, I would pull this out and work on it for a little bit, but I haven't pulled it out in quite a while. I started this in April of this year. And I mean, when I say it's full of color, I mean it is full of color. Look at that. That makes anybody happy. So that was it. That was all of my WIPs. The number's going to be up there. I'm not going to know it until I do editing, but I know it's a ton of WIPs. And I keep wanting to start more. I have this one. Look at like this one here. And I have another WIP, and I don't know where it is right now, but this is it. It is this one, God With Us, from New Creation Studio. I started this. It's somewhere, but I don't know where. I've got to look for it. But that was also a WIP. But until I find it, it's not. I've had this kitted up forever. And this is Marjorie and Baston, The Four Seasons. This is so pretty. So pretty. And I've had it kitted up with the floss. I did have fabric in here at one time, but I pulled all the fabric out of my kits because I felt like if I needed fabric and I couldn't find what I want, I wasn't going to buy more. I was going to go through these kitted items and find what I needed. So I just pulled the fabric out, which is not hard. I can put it back in. But I need, I want to start that. I have this urge to start that. That is it. I hope you enjoyed the video and seeing all of my WIPs. I'm sure when I'm editing this, I'm going to be shocked at how many I have. I am definitely going to do the board. I'm going to have to figure it out, take pictures of each one, shoot them over to Walgreens and pick them up. I may do 5x7s, make them nice and big so I don't miss them, So I can look at them every day. I may post that board right on my wall here and look at it every day and decide what I'm going to work on and see if I can't get my WIPs down. I do not feel comfortable with this many WIPs. And I don't, as much as I feel this urge to start more, because it's like I said, it's like an exciting new thing, gives you a high. I can't do anymore because I stress when I see all these ones that I haven't finished that are so beautiful, and why aren't I working on those? Why do I love the new finish, the new start, more than I love my family of WIPs? And I need to figure that out and stop and slow myself down and work on the things I want to work on, have a goal on what I'm going to work on, when I'm going to work on it, and stick to my plans. Does anybody else have issues sticking with plans? Tell me what your plans are. How do you stay on track if you have a plan? How do you keep track of everything? What works for you? Let me know in the comments below. Help me out and let me figure out how I'm going to get myself on track to get my WIPs down. I would like to be below 15. So I don't know how many is on this. I'm thinking 30. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. And I just need some guidance from my stitchy friends. So if you have a trick or a tip that will help me, please do. And so I believe this may be my last video. I'm not sure of the year. We're getting up on Christmas here and then New Year's, and I would like to get some stitching in so when the first of the year starts, I can show some progress on something. So we'll see. I don't know. I might pop in again. I get this wild idea that I want to do these things like I did today and so we want to do a WIP parade. I want to get that done before Christmas. So that's what I did. Okay. I hope everyone who celebrates this holiday season, whether it is Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. I want to say to my Christian friends out there, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. My Jewish friends, Happy Hanukkah. I hope it's a wonderful holiday for you. And Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa. If you have another holiday that you celebrate during this time and has a name, tell me what it is. And if it belongs to a nationality or a group of people, tell me who celebrate that. That would be great to hear. So I know all the different nationalities and what you're celebrating this holiday season. And if you're not selling anything this holiday season, then I want to say have a wonderful December and a Happy New Year. Everybody celebrates New Year's. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.